Hey everybody out there, you're tuned in to 91.8 The Fan. This is Kana and you're in my corner. I'm here with my special guest. We've had him on before and he's still as awesome as ever. Would you like to say hi to everybody?
Why, hello there, everyone. It turns out I'm kind of your glorious Stevie here, MasakoX. Hi.
I'm not sure if I should be scared or not.
Nah, don't be, it's all good.
And now I'm kind of curious. We were talking a little bit behind the scenes, so I feel bad because nobody gets to listen to it. But we were talking about actually Camphor and how you're working on the next part of it.
Yes, that's right. Basically, I got onto a bit of a roll, and I recently just put out episode 5 on the channel 2KATAS, and I just put the episode 5 out, and I was just so inspired by doing it, I just put out I put out the script for number 6, and I'm starting to get mine in now. But unfortunately, well, I'm saying unfortunately, but I've got work at the moment, so that's going to slow it down a bit. And then, of course, I have a couple of other projects I need to be getting on with, so it will get done, and slowly, but hopefully it won't be like 3 months then. Well, no, 4 months it was between episodes 4 and 5.
Well, it's always good when you have work.
Of course, yes.
Especially with all the economy stuff and all that blah 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 bad stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at least you're keeping occupied and that's always a good thing. So and you're not losing touch with the real world because when you're at home and you shut yourself in and you become an absolute geek like myself, you forget your social skills very easily.
Yes, it's like basically it's like because when I'm working, it's like, oh hi people, oh hi commute, I fancy meeting you here. It's like I completely, haha, what a funny story, stranger I don't know.
It's actually kind of funny that you mentioned that, if you don't mind me saying. I actually went to Steak and Shake with my mom because they just opened here in Vegas, and I was trying to explain to her what double rainbow meant because everybody on the internet knows what that means, and she couldn't say meme, and it was just a terribly idea I had. So that didn't go very well. So I apparently can't talk socially with my mom when it comes to anything involving the internet.
How would she say meme?
She was saying meme? No, mom, it's meme, but it said meme. So it's internet meme?
Okay.
No, mom.
No, I've had Mei before.
My mom's really good at that. She's one of those parents where you have to, go fix her computer every 2 seconds. So.
I mean, I gave my mum my old iPod for Christmas. Wiped it, put iBooks on and everything, and basically, and by the way, other personal music players are available. I've just been teaching her how to use it, and she's like, "Ooh, I think I'm almost ready to buy something now. Can you show me how to do it?" And I go, "Absolutely."
Oh, your mom sounds a lot better at it than mine does. I'm still trying to show her how to answer her voicemail.
Hmm.
But anyway, since we did get off topic, actually, that's a good subject to get into. Does your family know about any of your voice work with Team 4 Star, any of your Bridge series?
Oh yeah. Oh, they do. Basically, they're absolutely fascinated by the fact that people, know of me, and people, ship me off to places, to cons and stuff, and who just they pay to come to see us.
And
They're
that
absolutely riveted and fascinated by all of it.
and
And
I'm sure.
I find it just like,
Oh,
well,
I'm sorry. Go on.
sorry, but it's just essentially that they're just enthralled by it.
And that's nice though that you have a support system like that, and they're not like, "Ah, that dang anime, get it off the screen. You shouldn't be watching cartoons. You're too old," or anything like
No,
that.
seriously, it's like sometimes I've got like a Haruhi wall scroll I put up, and I was thinking it's the one where they're all dressed up as bunny girls,
I
and
know
it's just
that one.
like, well, it's just that they're dressed up as bunny girls, and it's a little bit revealing, but I put it up, and I was just thinking, oh, what will Mum say? What will the people say? And then Mum looks at, that's beautiful. I'm like, what? Is that what? You're cool with this? And she goes, yeah, why shouldn't I be? I'm like, okay, well, cool, I guess. But no, it's nice. I have a lot of support.
And you also have a lot of support on the internet from fans and obviously, you know, all the friends you've made through abridging. So it's kind of a nice community you have essentially
Oh, oh
attached to your
yeah.
belt.
Oh, seriously, the amount of people, the amount of friends I've made, all the people at Team Four Star, all my other abridging chums, and the people that that I'd like to think, given a leg up or and stuff. It's just meeting all the people and people on that guy with the glasses. I mean, everyone. It's just so cool. Just and walking around cons and just walking around, just going like, people go, "Hey, MasakoX," go, "Hey, how's it going?" It's nice. Yeah, just be able to walk around and people know your name.
Oh yeah, definitely on the convention circuit, a lot of people must come up to you often and ask you about your work. Is that true?
Well, yeah, quite a few people. Yeah, I mean, it's just I'm kind of like people kind of like go for kind of like Taka and Lanny and Kaiser and stuff, because they're the main guys. Yeah, but I get my fair share of people, and it's nice.
And I know that you have also, because you mentioned that guy with the glasses, you also have several shows on that guy with the glasses. You have the MasakoX and the Anaphile, and I'm kind of curious, what was the inspiration for both of them?
Oh well, yes, well, MasterVox for a start was basically because I got loads of people like saying you're really good at voice acting, and yeah, how do you do it? I got loads of people asking about it. So I thought one way of just saying, to answer those questions in one go and just saying a big thank you, for people, appreciating what we do. I thought I'd give something back and teach people how to get started with voice acting. It's not a definitive thing in terms of voice acting because it doesn't go into, intricate details, but it's enough for people to get started, like what kit they should get if they want, what kind of kit they want to get. If they just want to do it as a hobby, then a desktop Logitech mic would do. Or if you want to really get serious into it, get like a USB mic or something that's really good quality. So it all depends on how much time and, unfortunately, money you're willing to put into it.
Yeah, you kind of gotta be really dedicated to some of your stuff
Mm.
to be able to do that. And I know how that is. I've sunk more money into 91.8 The Fan than I care to say. But now with Anaphile, I've actually lately been watching that show personally because, as I said, behind the scenes, I don't really get a chance to watch a lot of anime. So for me, it's interesting, to see the first impressions that someone else has.
Oh yeah, basically I came up with the idea for Anaphile because I have a fair bit of knowledge of anime, but I hadn't really gotten to know some of the latest stuff. I mean, I'd seen a few series which had kind of made me not exactly rage, but kind of facepalm a lot because of just what content they have. And I'm thinking, yeah, maybe I should do a show about it. So I just thought I'd give it a go. And initially it got a bit of a negative response because people were saying, how can you rate a show, on just the first episode or something. So I did learn from it, but basically there was a lot of backlash. But thankfully, I've written it out. I've learned from people, saying, you should do this, you should do that. And thankfully by now, I did the Kemper Christmas special just now. That was the latest one before that of the 2010, series. And I think that was my best one yet because that was just the most rounded. It had jokes, it gave a good synopsis, and it was just about the right length. So I was thinking, I think I've got the formula down quite well. So it's a learning process in terms of how to review things.
I actually
But
kind of understand why people would be like, no, you can't judge it on the first episode. Anime changes. Like, I'm one of those people where, if I watch an anime, I watch it all the way through. Even if I hate it all the way through, I still finish it. Same with like video games. So I can see why some people did that, but it also keeps you away from anime that might be very bad, so you don't get looped into it.
I didn't know actually because I'm quite intrigued whenever I find a bad anime. Like people have actually been quite frustrated by or kind of like confused because they say, how can you hate Panty and Stocking, or how can you not like Panty and Stocking, yet you love Bayonetta? It's like, well, I don't hate Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. It's like, I'm disappointed by it, what it was trying to do. If it was trying to be provocative or something, if it was trying to, if it was trying to be like engaging, on a talking point, that's good. But no, it just turned out to be quite crass, and it's just like, you just, they really didn't do as well as they could do in terms of what they were trying to do. If they were trying to be like, shock value, then, they failed. They just ended up with something quite immature.
And it's kind of funny that you said that, because, like, all of my friends when Panty and Stocking came out, and all the staff, too, like, this show's amazing. And I was like, I don't think that's the humor for me.
It's not like I don't like I dislike the humor. It's just, some of the time it fails. It doesn't work. And I don't hate it. I'm just very disappointed with how it came out.
Which is understandable.
Yeah, and but in terms of bad anime, I would love to find some bad anime, like Kanocon, my Kanocon review. That's one of the anime I hate the most, because it's just what it's trying to be, and I kind of pinpoint that anime to be when the anime bubble or the anime balloon or whatever kind of hyperbole you would want to use. That was when it was starting to go downhill in the modern sense, and then you start to get loads of Strike Witches stuff, Kodomo no Jikan, all those type of shows where they use fan service for the sake of fan service. It's just, they're not using it in a way that, works with the plot. I mean, for example, is that for the 2011 series, I've been rating, because Star Driver of the 2010 is my favourite of the year, of last year, Star Driver. And this year, at first, I thought this season's the winter lineup, Infinite Stratos, that looks quite good. Or I think that looks like a fairly interesting thing. But then I saw a couple of things. I'm thinking, people are saying, oh, it's just like a typical harem anime. And it's like, really? Please let it not be just like that, please, because I really want to like it. So in the next few days, I'm going to be starting to do my research for this season.
Well, since you actually mentioned how, there's so much of the basically like fan service stuff, have you heard of the youth ordinance bill that's kind of been making a ruckus?
Oh, yeah. Who hasn't?
There's so many people that are saying, well, now that that's there, maybe there won't be so much fan service anime. And I can't say that I agree, because I don't know how strict or how non-strict the bill's going to be.
Well, basically, it's kind of hypocritical, because from what I gather, the Youth Ordinance Bill is meant to be, it's been dubbed the anti-otaku bill by some people. Bit sensationalist, I know, but in a way, it's meant to prevent the sexualization of any kind of character depicted that is under the age of 18.
Mm-hmm.
In using kind of in a sexually gratifying kind of situation, and in a way, it can actually covers a lot more than you think. It actually potentially covers yaoi, so yaoi may be affected, which is going to cause some ruckus.
Yeah, I actually noticed that's due to the fact when you read some of the little bits and pieces of the bill, it says things like things that aren't socially acceptable or socially normal, and it's like, what's social norm? That could be definitive to anything.
So basically, and also kind of interfamily relationships, like cousins. So basically, you're going to get Sailor Moon. That's going to be in a bit of a social grey area. That's going to be in a bit of a legal grey area. You wouldn't be able to sell Sailor Moon. Yeah, what with Sailor Uranus and Neptune's thing.
It makes me so sad face, but it's something that anime fans are gonna have to.
Oh no! Wait a minute! No! They weren't cousins. No, they weren't.
But they were still
Same sex
together.
relation.
Yeah, which is that in its own right might not be socially normal. So
No, that's in a way. It's just that's the thing because I think for Comiket and the Tokyo Animation Fair, I think there's been a massive boycott by the publishers.
I know about the Tokyo one. I didn't know about Comiket though.
There's been a lot of backlash there because it's going to impact because publishers will be a lot more cautious because they'll be thinking, well, what's safe and what isn't. They won't know what to do, or it'll be a bit of a confusing area of conversation and discussion. So I don't know. It's good that it's been dealt with in terms that it's come up in conversation, but you shouldn't need legislation to do that. It should be from their own moral judgment. I'm not saying fan service should be completely outlawed. It's just it should be the way it's used should be more.
It should be moderated a little bit.
Moderated, but it should just be used a lot more tactfully, a lot more in a more sophisticated fashion, more you keep it's just not thrown in for the sake of it.
Right, I understand. And I think we're going to take a little short break here because we got into a very heavy topic, so we'll let you guys debate about that in your own head during this commercial break. But stay tuned because when we come back, we'll still have Masako here. I promise not to chase him away, and keep it tuned to 91.8 The Fan. Everything you want, nothing you don't.
What's up? This is Kyle Hebert, an anime and video game voice actor and host of a geeky news podcast you can find at thebigballbroadcast.com. But that's not why I'm here. I wanted to tell you about a service I'm offering for beginner-level voice actors. With a private voice acting consultation held online, I'll direct and critique your script reading and performance in a mock audition or recording environment. Point out your strengths and weaknesses. I'll give you customized advice and give you a detailed analysis of your demo or any recorded samples. I've got over a decade's worth of experience in radio and voiceover, so I know what I'm talking about. Now, I'm not some quick backdoor into the industry or a replacement for taking classes or workshops, but if you want an honest evaluation, some script workouts, information, and guidance, a private voice acting consultation session is just for you. More info is on my website at kylehebert.com. KYLEHEBERT.
And we're back, and we didn't go anywhere. Like I promised.
Yep, I'm still here.
I was actually wanting to know about your latest projects, or what you're currently working on right now.
Well, yes. Well, basically, obviously there's the 2011 series of Anaphile I'm working on. Kemper Abridged, and of course the guys for Team 4-Star, and whatever freelance work I'm doing, and also just doing the occasional article for Crunchyroll.
And that's actually neat because not only do you get to voice things and you get to do filming, but you're also have your hand in writing too. So you kind of dabble in pretty much any creative medium on the internet. Medium, that's a new word for me. Medium on the internet.
No, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Just kind of like spread myself out a bit. Just kind of like, not be like a one-trick pony, as in like just to do other things, because there will come a time that eventually where bridging will will not happen. But hopefully that won't happen. But if in case it did, I would just like to branch out and try other things.
And I'm curious, when you go through everything, is there one that you sometimes prefer over the other, or are there any pros or cons over one or the other, or?
Well, no, I wouldn't say. I mean, to be honest, if it wasn't enjoyable, or if they had too many cons, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't even try it. I wouldn't even stick with it because it's just I'm thinking, well, the time on the internet is that it's precious to me. So I'm thinking, I want to make the most of it. I want to make the most of the time I have. So I wouldn't, because when I'm working, it takes a lot of time. So I want to be doing stuff when I'm at home. I want to be enjoying it, or I want it to be productive and fun.
Right, because you never want to do anything you don't like, because then it's just not cool anymore. It's depressing.
Yeah, But the one thing I do is I keep myself busy. I feel like a day when I'm not editing or I'm not doing something in relation to what I do, I feel like it's a wasted day. Or I feel like, because last weekend, New Year's Day, or the weekend of New Year's, that was the first weekend in, I think, about 2-3 months I had nothing to do. As in, I didn't have an abridged episode to do. I didn't have any Anna files to record for or edit or script. I had nothing I needed to do. And I was bored. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I don't like it.
I have the same problem as you, actually.
Mm.
It's really bad. Like, I get up at like 3 in the morning and, check my email, for example, just in case, or I have a tendency to, even though I'm not going out and doing things, and I pour a lot of my energy into this, and it's like 12 hours out of the day,
Yeah, I had this awesome term for it, being addicted to information and being connected. Skypochondria. So basically just being tethered to so basically I'm a Skypochondriac. So just just wanting to be connected to everything all the time, just having a link to the internet. I know, obviously I have, friends out in real life and everything, but most of the time it's just, what I do, since I'm an internet entrepreneur, I'd say, I wouldn't say celebrity, I'd say I'm more of an entrepreneur. So what I do there is just, I always like to have a hand in the internet.
Well, when is one of the rare times when you can spot you outside of your domain? What conventions will you be going to this year?
Oh, well, money's a bit of an issue for both parties, for myself and Congos, for con organizers. So I think, and obviously I'm just, plans are in the footing, but in 2 weeks I'll be going to Autocom in Ireland, with Little Karibo and Marianne Miller. So that'll be on that weekend. It'll be my first time in Ireland, which is cool. Then for the first week of February, there's a con in London that I'll be going to. And then the week after, there's one right on my doorstep in Guildford in Surrey. That's just about, literally, that's actually the town I was born in. And I only just discovered it on animecons.com that there was one there. And I went, how did I not know this existed? And I think even Happy Harry, of Harry Partridge, who does all the really cool animations, he's going. So I was thinking, oh, this is cool. I'll be just getting to, it's just awesome, because I always thought, there should be a convention in the south of England, because all the cons that are in England are up north, which is fine, but it just means it's a lot of travel for me. And I don't like that. Or I would rather have some conventions down south. So it's just nice to know. So quite a few cons in England and Ireland, but in terms of, there's Autocom I'm planning to go to, just off my own back. I'm planning to go and meet up with loads of homies and everything.
That'll be a fun long flight.
Oh, I'm used to it now. Yeah, 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, I don't mind. And I know if I want to go to America, 7-hour flight, no biggie.
Except for your pocketbook.
Yeah.
But for those who can't make it out to the conventions, how else can they stalk you in a nice way?
Well, obviously I have a fan page on Facebook, the official MasakoX fan page. A couple of nice fans made it for me, and then suddenly just gave it to me because they thought I was just doing a good job at administrating it. I have a Twitter, which is basically at MasakoX, twitter.com MasakoX. There's my YouTube page, MasakoX stream, and then obviously I have my stuff on thatguywiththeglasses.com. And of course there's MasakoX.blip.tv where I have all my videos, including Masterbox and Anafile.
And you're actually continuing MasakoX, I believe, or no, you actually did a second season of it.
I did do a second season, yes. That went slightly into more detail than the first season. That was kind of like going into more techniques. But yeah, that's kind of where it left. So I just did those 12 episodes of MasakoX to use as a reference tool.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And is there anything you'd like to say to all the listeners out there?
Well, I'd just like to say thank you for all your support. You guys are terrific, and I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. And just, tweet me or message me I do have Formspring. I have a Formspring, so ask me anything, and I will respond.
Very cool. It's nice when you interact with the fans.
Yes.
And I gotta thank you once again for coming onto the show. We've asked you a few times, and it's very nice of you to, continue to say yes.
Of course, I love being here. Yeah, 91.8 The Fan is one of my favorite stations. No, it's basically, I've got to do this. I'm MasakoX, and 91.8 The Fan is my favorite radio station on the Citadel.
Thank you very much for that. I didn't even have to ask you. Now, for everybody out there, if you missed any of this interview, we will post it up on the website fairly soon, so make sure to keep it tuned to 91.8 The Fan. Everything you want, and nothing you don't.